Let's get back into this. Episode 5, Right from the Ashes. Day 3's Trial Former. Hope if I hit A, not B. February 24th, 9:41 a.m., District Court, Defense Lobby number 2. So, what do you think, Mr. Wright? I think the prosecution is as confused as we are. After all, the victim was murdered in 2 different places at the same time, and a different suspect was arrested at each of the crime scenes. Lana! Good morning, Mr. Wright. I apologize for yesterday. I was indisposed. I hope they didn't hold you too long for questioning. We just finished, actually. I'm used to all-nighters, though. So, how'd it go? It's as Mr. Wright suspects. The police are clueless. I figured as much, so I struck a plea bargain. A plea bargain? What do you mean by that? We agreed that if I told them the truth behind this simultaneous murder, they wouldn't seek capital punishment. That's what I mean, Emma. But Lana! Don't tell me you... Much to my regret. I'm as much in the dark about this as they are. Miss Sky. We found trace evidence of a certain person in the police department's evidence room. They belong to Officer Jake Marshall. What kind of trace evidence? Blood-stained fingerprints, to be exact. That's a trump card I have up my sleeve today. You do understand what this means, don't you? In order to defend my sister, you're going to accuse Mr. Marshall. You have to play the cards we're dealt. Isn't that right, Miss Sky? Do what you have to, Mr. Wright. I very well do my best. 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 9. 9, really? I didn't think they had that many in this court. Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Lana Sky. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is... I'm afraid you'll have to clarify. It takes 30 minutes by car to reach the police department from the prosecutor's office. Yet the victim, Bruce Goodman, was slain at both places at the same time. But that's not physically possible, is it? What's more, I hear the victim from the evidence room just disappeared. Yes, and the body eventually reappeared in the trunk of Mr. Edwards' car. Wow. This is one messed up trial. One of my duties as prosecutor is to present impartial evidence. Today, I will present evidence relating to the murder at the police department, not the police department. In so doing, I believe the way in which we should proceed will reveal itself. Now that's what set Mr. Edwards apart. He sounds so on top of things, even though he doesn't know what's going on himself. And that's supposed to be an admirable trait? Very well. Let your trial resume. On the day of the crime, what exactly transpired at the police department? Mr. Edwards, you may call your first witness of the day to the stand. For its first witness, the prosecution calls the suspect of the murder that occurred at the police department. The suspect? You mean the so-called murderer? Oh boy. Things are getting wild from the get-go. Will the witness please state his name and occupation? Yes, sir. I'm Officer Mike Meekin, sir. My occupation is, that would be murderer, sir. So you're telling us that you're a professional killer? Sir, it was me. I'm the one who did it. I never killed anyone again, sir. You gotta believe me, sir. Actually, what we'd like to hear from you, sir, is what they call part of the younger generation, sir. A person who's actually a task possibly going. Please, Mr. Edwards, sir, please help me, sir. Officer Meekins! Yes, sir. Give us your report of the crime. Consider that in order. Yes, sir, as you wish. After all, I'm part of the generation that must be told what to do, sir. You can't fault him for a lack of enthusiasm. Can fault him for his annoying speaker. Like, get that thing off of him. The crime report, sir. Although it's not my normal duty, I was assigned to guard the evidence room that day. I spotted a suspicious man on the security screen and rushed into the room. I was only doing what I was trained to do, sir. I was suddenly attacked. I fought for my life, and then I did it. After that, I passed out, until another officer smacked me awake. So the victim, Detective Goodman, attacked you? Do others before they do unto you! That's the Minkins family motto, sir. I see. Then you fainted and a colleague helped you regain consciousness. Yes, sir. He knocked me right upside the head, sir. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. What I need here is more information to work with. Not my normal duty, I'll assign to guard the evidence room that day. Mr. Meekins, you work in the General Affairs Department, do you not? Yes, sir. I'm in charge of hiring new recruits, sir. Yikes. Now there's a scary thought. Evidence transfer was taking place on the day of the crime, which meant many officers were given special tasks not ordinarily performed. I was in charge of guarding the Blue Badger, sir. The Blue Badger? Yes, sir. The lovely police mascot created by the Chief of Detectives, sir. I was to ensure it wasn't broken during the transfer process. That was my sole mission for the day, sir. I see. Sounds like a very important mission. After the award ceremony finished that day, there were so many people running around that I relocated the Blue Badger to the evidence room. Oh, so that's why you went to the evidence room. Tell us, what did you see when you got there? It spotted a suspicious man at the security screen and rushed into the room. In order to enter the evidence room, you need an ID card, am I correct? Precisely, sir. I have one right here around my neck. So then, your ID number should be listed on here, right? There it is! I found it! It's that one right there, right here. Could you please read us the number? Yes, sir. It's 4989596. That's my number, sir. I see. But the number 4989596 is shown being as used twice. Please explain, witness. It's no real mystery, sir. The first time is when I relocated the Blue Badger into the evidence room. And the second time is when I went in after him, after everything settled down. I see. So it was during the second time when... yes, sir. That's when I spotted the man on the security screen. Okay, that was added to the card. I actually want to look at that. I was only doing what I was trying to do, sir. I was suddenly attacked. Okay, so he went in right after, apparently, Bruce Goodman went in. Okay, so we still don't know who 7777777 is, but I'm gonna guess that's Gant. So, you were attacked. Can you please tell us exactly what happened to you? It was a knife, sir! A knife! Detective Goodman pulled a knife on you? What happened then? Well, with me charging in on him like that, he looked as surprised as I was. You aren't exactly the kind of person someone would want to run into. That's when I reacted, sir. I threw my arm like an octopus struggling to detain him. That's how I got this gash on my hand. Maybe if you just kept your cool, your hand wouldn't be... when I saw blood trickling down my arm, I panicked. I grabbed the man by his collar. I fought for my life, then I did it. What exactly do you mean when you say you did it? I know I don't look the type, but I'm really into kung fu films, sir. The man let his guard down for just an instant, so I snatched a knife from him. You took his knife. I spun around and performed a disarming maneuver. I made sure to close my eyes like a man. I see. You must have been desperate. The next thing I knew, his right coat was drenched in a sea of my blood, and then the next thing I knew... Yes? He punched me right in the face, sir! After that, I passed out until another officer smacked me awake. About what time did you regain consciousness? No offense, sir, but how am I supposed to know that? I was unconscious! Oh. Right. According to a report from the officer that woke up the witness, it was about 5:30. He hit me right in the head, too. I woke up crying in tears of pain! That's not, I mean... It's nice to be covered, that is. When I came around, though, I made sure to finish my mission, sir. Your mission? Yes, sir, the Blue Badger, sir. I returned him to the engines before things got out of hand. Well, we can all rest easy now. I believe we have a firmly accurate picture of what happened. Yes, Your Honor. Only one thing remains unclear. Was the man this officer murdered really the victim? He's got a point. Yes, Officer Makins. With regards to that, sir... take a look at this! It was sent to my jail cell. Chief Gann delivered it to me just this morning, sir. The Chief? Delivered it? What is a videotape? Yes, sir! That's absolutely right, sir! A videotape, sir! It transmitted from the security camera in the evidence room! What? But I specifically asked if there was such a tape, and was told it had been mistakenly erased. That's quite a mistake. I just do what I'm told, sir. It's the only thing I'm really good at. Looks like communication with the police department is as good as ever. Well then, let's have a look. Show us the video of you murdering the victim. Oh, please stop using that word murder, sir. It scares me. A video of a real murder. Just what are we getting ourselves into? Alright then, well, I believe we're all thinking the same thing. How to deal with these unsettling feelings stirred within us. What the hell was that wriggling piece of plywood? Sir, that's the pride and joy of the entire criminal affairs department, sir! That's the Blue Badger, sir! Why am I not surprised this isn't going smoothly? A video from the security placed in the evidence room. Yes, well, anyways, this tape seems to prove that the witness did indeed encounter someone. Is the evidence room, oh, I couldn't read that fast enough. Your Honor, instead of relying on clearly incomplete footage, the witness testimony will suffice. Is that alright with you, Officer Meekins? Yes, sir, as you wish, sir. Mystery Man. His face can't be clearly seen in the video, but there's no questioning that the other person was Detective Goodman, sir. I mean, he opened the locker, which requires Detective Goodman's fingerprints to do. The locker he opened is unquestionably Detective Goodman's locker, sir. So it must be him! No one else could have unlocked it! What's this about a fingerprint? Each detective is given a locker equipped with a fingerprint-activated lock. These locks ensure that each locker can only be opened by the detective it belongs to. Intriguing. Then, that would mean the victim at the crime scene would have been Detective Goodman. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. I don't know where this cross-examination will lead. But everything begins with contradictions. That's why I have to start. Before we do this, I want to see the tape. Can I speed up? No, I have to watch the entire thing. Which, yes, it's not all that long, but if it's like 30 seconds... Yeah, because there's an issue here. I saw about that when I saw the end. That cloth on the left-hand side, where the evidence is, where there was that like piece of cloth hanging out, that's not there. So, there's an issue with the footage. Also, yeah, he got attacked. Got his knife. The knife went hit Officer Meekin's hands, and then that's when Officer Meekin's pretty much got hit and thrown to the corner. I was originally thinking that the guy would have been hiding behind the blue badger, but no, there definitely has to be a cut in the video. Because if we look now, I think right there, that whatever is sticking out, yeah, and it's gone. So I found an issue with the video. His face can't be seen clearly in the video. Tell me, were you able to get a good look at him? At the face of the man who attacked you with the knife? So, if you must label people as being seen or not seen, that man's face, I believe would be classified as the latter. The latter. But you were standing right in front of him, were you not? More to the point, you were the person who fought him, aren't you? Oh, yes, sir, but I didn't get a clear look at his face, sir. I'm not the kind of guy who looks directly at people when talking with them, you see. Yeah, that's a good trait for a police officer. Still, I'm sure it was him! I put my badge on it! There's no question that the other person was Detective Goodman. But you don't know that for sure, do you? You never actually saw Detective Goodman's face. Well, I suppose you might say that. That is, if you must label... Since his face cannot be identified in the video, only you can verify it. Why is everyone looking at me? If I had to label your stares as disturbing... Meekins! Having been shown a questionable video at best, we are not in the best of moods. Now please be more certain when you testify. Yes, sir. You claim the man who brandished a knife on you was Bruce Goodman. Tell us why you are positive it was him. He opened the locker, which requires a fingerprint. About those lockers, is there no other way to open them? No, sir. I myself tried all kinds of methods in the past. They only respond to registered fingerprints, sir. I wonder what kind of methods he tried. If the man opened the locker's lock, which only responds to its registered fingerprint, then he must be the person the locker was assigned to. Exactly my point, sir, and that's two! The locker he opened is unquestionably Detective Goodman's locker. How do you know that information? I heard rumors, sir, from people I know, sir. People in the know. The workers in the department cafeteria, sir, they keep me informed. They also listen to my romantic troubles, sir. For the record, the open locker did indeed belong to Detective Goodman. I verified this information through a more reliable source. So the victim opened the locker with his own fingerprint. So it must be him! No one else could have unlocked it! However, the most important detail is not shown in this video. The man's face. Sir! If I may say something, sir. Please do. After all, you are the one being examined. I don't understand why the man's face is so important in this case, sir. I mean, it was his hand that opened the fingerprint lock, and it was his hand that tried to thrust his knife into my body, sir. My unsettled state can testify enough to this, sir. Yes, you have a point. The footage doesn't lie. That is, unless the defense can find a problem with it. Mr. Wright, let's check the court record again. Is there a problem with... Yes. Regarding the video containing on this tape, there is one thing in particular that seems rather strange. Strange? This contradiction leads to the possibility that the man may not have been Detective Goodman. What? This video contains such a contradiction? Interesting. Your Honor, I have a proposal. Yes, Mr. Edgeworth. I propose we have the defense point out to us this alleged contradiction in the video. He would want to point it out. He would want me to point it out. Very well. Proposal accepted. Let us further inspect this piece of evidence. I will now play the security tape. Mr. Wright, please show us this contradiction you speak of. I have to point out a problem in the video. This is the first time I've ever had to do that. You can do it, Mr. Wright. It's set up so you can fast forward, rewind, or pause the video. Just take a good look, and I'm sure you'll... And be sure to point out the right thing. Please don't play it too many times. I can't stand watching the video. How did this guy ever become a police officer? Now then, Mr. Wright, please enlighten us. Where is this contradiction? Fast forward. I wonder if rewinding would have been the better option, but... Take that! The thing that's strange about this video has got to be this. Yes, that is strange. Something certainly seems unnatural about that. What could it mean? Sorry to interrupt, Mr. Wright, but you seem to have forgotten the point of this exercise. The point? What you're looking for is one thing and one thing only. Something that indicates the man may not be Detective Goodman. Oh, yeah. We almost walked right into the defense's trap. I'll place him under arrest, sir! Rats! I need to slow down and tackle things one piece at a time. Now, what do I do? Okay. Just remember one thing, Mr. Wright. Every time you point out your finger, someone gets hurt. Says the one pointing his finger at us. Okay, well, I was right about the one thing. Unless I didn't do it right. I want to point out the fact that the guy somehow just straight out disappears. Are you looking for, like, the time or something? Yeah, that man has an actual knife. Maybe it's the blood on his coat? Because I don't think... Oh, wait, shoot, I hit the wrong button. The thing that's strange about this video would have to be this. Hold on a second. I need my eye drops. Well, I don't get it. Mind if I borrow the medication? Before your eyes get too teary, perhaps we should think through this again, It has to be the video. It has to be the video. I just don't know what. I meant to hit the R button. For whatever reason, my brain didn't work and hit the X button. Then I want to look at the photo. What's the photo of him being... Oh, it wasn't a photo, it was her memory. Okay, let's try the knife. Nope, not the knife. Okay, can't rewind it any further. Oh, hold on.